would have wanted to take that shot, and Jordan is able to go and have won the 95 NBA championship.
I think it was a signal to some degree that he was there with me. It was certain emotions that I couldn't really control.
The signal Michael Jordan is speaking about was his deceased father spoke into his inner ear saying, "Congratulations, son, great game." That is why Michael Jordan fell to the ground crying, tears of joy. Michael Jordan's love for basketball provided a portal to the eternal world, otherwise known as heaven. That is one of the many powers this zone provides for people.
Welcome back to Michael Jordan's Restaurant on a Saturday night. With me now is Mark Wenner. He is a sports psychologist. He has just written a book called Tapping Universal Source. And I'll tell you what, we're going to talk a little bit about sports psychology here, Mark. And I know Chicago Bulls fans will remember the 1997 NBA Finals for a long time, especially Game 5 played out in Utah. Bulls and Jazz tied at 2 games apiece. Michael Jordan has a bit of food poisoning in his system, and he comes out and he has a 40-plus point game. He should have been on his deathbed, it looked like, and here he is playing, and he was unbelievable. And you write a book about this, about what it takes to reach this zone of consciousness, to get into this zone where it's really mind over matter. Discuss a little bit about this, and why is Michael kind of head and shoulders above everyone mentally in his game?
Basically, his calm disposition and emotional body is what helps him break through the inner dimensions into the zone. And this is when you're feeling 12 feet tall, and your chi and your life force expands to a point where you're healing your body.
It's really something that we're talking about here in the brain. I mean, I know, as you said, that surveys have showed that we only use 10% of our brain. We all have the ability to be geniuses. And you talked about Evander Holyfield in sports with his heart disease, and Ben Johnson overcoming his obstacles and winning as champions do, as these guys do. What do they have? Do they study? Do they meditate different than people, or is it something they have inbred, or what is it about them that might separate them, make them a little bit different?
Basically, it's connecting with your life force, which is basically calming your mind down enough to a point where you're connecting with your true vibration, the vibration within. You know, the weaknesses and fear and diseases and things like that are all learned behavior. And when you're born, you're emotionally wide open. You don't have these types of things that slow you down in life. And as you know, a child can learn a language in 1 month, or a child can be psychic and see people, read people's minds and things like that. And so it's something about healing your upbringing, things like things that were dysfunctional or that were unresolved in our life. And Michael Jordan was raised by an unconditionally loving family that helped him harmonize more his emotional body, and therefore not have things that basically don't allow the brain's neurotransmitters to work as smoothly as they would for everyone else.
Hello, I'm Mark Wenner. I'm a zone trainer here to tell you about the zone and the hows and whys in which the zone experience occurs for people. The zone, for quantum physicists, in their terms, they would call it connecting with the unified field, that which connects all planets and the entire universe, including the energy field within the Earth and our own body. That is tapping into the zone, or experiencing the zone for a quantum physicist. For myself, I experienced the zone through extreme skiing, and I found that the euphoria from it was just immeasurable. It was better than any possible man-made high there ever was. So I decided to study it, and fortunately I did, because when I had a broken neck and back in 1980, I realized that snow skiing in the zone would just have to be my way of healing, because life without it really would not have been enjoyable. So I got in the zone and I fused my neck, I healed the nerve damage in my arms, and I had an emotional healing because of the death of a friend in the car accident that I was a passenger of. So what happened was a profound healing, a healing that is considered a miracle in many terms. Seconds. So another miracle. After that, of course, I had to write a book, and now I'm doing a film, a docudrama on this subject to help people understand what it's like to be in that zone when you're playing a perfect game of golf, or you're playing life perfectly. Everything you're doing is just synchronized with the optimum possibilities of what the world might give you. And I hope you enjoy the film.